Okay, so welcome you guys. This is a little client interview with Lulu here, the owner of Femme Fatale Transformation Fitness. It does a lot more than that, but I don't want to get into it before we get started. She's been working with us in Obsidian for a couple of weeks now. I think we just started, it was our fourth day actually working together. Total of like 5 hours. Her involvement in what we do has been very minimal. And something really cool, I think, if you are an entrepreneur who's already doing 6 and 7 figures, this works so well that Lulu was able to come from zero, and she's got tons of skills. Definitely what we see a lot of, which is experts who believe they're underqualified and need more things to be able to make more money and have a business. And with what we do and what has been able to come about with the internet and AI and all these cool things, it's just not the case anymore. And there's people who I think will watch this video and get a lot of value because her story is really cool. And when I heard it, I was like, girl, what are you doing? We need to turn this into a business right away. But just a little bit before we started working together, tell us a little bit about like what you were doing before, all the different things you tried, just to get things going, and a little bit of your backstory.
Like with my business
Everything.
Or just with my life in
you
general?
can do it all.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be a personal trainer for a couple of years, and then I had my kid, and I quit my job, and I raised her for the last 9 years. But I've always wanted to help women get back into fitness. My own fitness journey has been up and down, very yo-yo. Tried everything, nothing quite felt right for me, and definitely a yo-yo type thing. I've been fit and then fat and then fit and then fat. And so I finally figured out what worked for me in the last year and a half, and realized maybe other women that might work for them as well. So I figured I'd make it into a program and pretty much doing the exact same thing that I've done over the last year and a half, and see if it can benefit anyone else.
Absolutely. And something really funny, I think, is, so you guys, a little backstory, just breaking the fourth wall a bit, is like, I was looking to hire Lulu to shoot ads because when I used to go to the gym and post about it all the time, she was always there crushing it, and they were doing 75 hard, and I was just really impressed. And he's not here, but her husband is like a unit, right? And no Diddy, but the dude looks like a Greek god, right? And the thing is they were very inspiring to me, and I just didn't even know it. But the other day I was like, man, I need Lulu to shoot an ad for Obsidian, because this is before I knew all this crazy stuff you guys are gonna find out. And I was like, man, I'm saying this story so you guys know we all overthink things and then end up, sometimes God helps you out and makes it anyway. So that morning I woke up, I was like, man, I need to hire Lulu to do an ad. And I was like, man, she's busy, she's got other things to do, I'm not gonna do it. And I'm literally going to my office, because we live in the same town, and if you guys know, she's a huge truck. It's very easy to tell where she's in someplace. And like, I'm going in and I see her there, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to go talk to her. So then I go talk to her, and you'll hear through the story that there's times where you guys might find this similar, where she has like imposter syndrome about, can I help? See if it will help. And that day that I went to go ask for ads and kind of presented this opportunity and stuff to her, before that, she was literally going for free to go help another person out at the gym and help them find their, I wish you guys could hear, I wish I had a camera when you said it, because she literally spoke about her program without knowing it's a program, and it simplified things. And this is like what I did with the 3x3 method, which is part of Obsidian now. It was just something that I thought would help me at the time. You thought it'd help your friend. And it, once you have the kind of monetization eyeballs that I do and any other marketer watching this video does, you're able to hear this in other people's stories and go, wow, if other people knew about that in the way that you just said it to me, or even in some of the ways that we can relate to the value better to them, there'd be no question that it could help. Because there's a lot of things that aren't helping, right? Like already. And that's the other thing. It's like, I believe everyone, if you do have a skill and you've gained skills by beating your own demons, right? Like you said, you were yo-yoing and had to figure it out. I was super unfocused and I had to figure it out. That's why I created the 3x3 method and all this. Even Obsidian, I just am lazy. I'm a lazy business owner. It's the truth. I don't want you guys to pay me to work hard at all. No, I want some multiple skills. Hey, real quick, if you own a business and you want a done-for-you sales system, totally hands-off, we record once a month, build you a personal brand, qualified dream leads, then you can click out the link below and try out our free quiz at Done For You Sales, obsidian.online/quiz. You're going to be able to fill out either in the quick mode or in the 8-minute one, which we recommend. If you want the best free results, you can try it out for free. You can use our proprietary AI system to write high-performing ads, content, VSLs, personal branding, and you yourself, the owner, doesn't even have to be the one recording it. You can simply have an employee you're already paying, record our scripts, automate them on very cheap ads like we run, and make free videos like this to help your audience know you better than just basic ChatGPT slop. Here's our discounts, here's where we're at. We know it doesn't work anymore. You know it doesn't work anymore. So if that's you, you can click the link below. We hope to see that. Both of us can be lazy, but I have to be lazy first, right? Like, that's how it works. And so I think it's really cool how things can happen naturally. But I wanted to bring out a little bit more that it's important of your story too. You done music and you were a personal trainer before, did all the certifications, the very typical way. How was that going the traditional route instead of what we're doing now? Like, in comparison, like, how long did you do that one?
I did it for about 2 or 3 years. I used to work for Anytime Fitness here in our town until COVID hit.
Sure.
And obviously that killed the gym, so it's not there anymore. But luckily that was after I had already quit. But I started out just as a job at the gym. I worked in the office and stuff, and I've always loved working out. I have gone through spurts that are years long where I do not go to the gym and I do not feel motivated. I really had to learn the difference between motivation and determination. But the downside to being a personal trainer is I was locked into how many people I could train a day.
Yes.
I only worked an 8-hour shift. You say maybe half an hour to 45 minutes per client with a 15-minute break in there, if I even take a lunch break. Or then the other problem I found was I had no time for my own personal workout. So it kind of stilted my own fitness journey while I'm helping other people. But again, I was just locked into there's only a certain number of people I could help, and then I was at my cap.
And this was the only way to do it, right? Like, this is the main, I mean, there's still, to this day, personal trainers going, and I'm not coming after the gym personal trainers because it's an affordable option, but something that I have learned a couple times, it actually costs more to go to a personal trainer than what like people would get from you, even though the prices may look upfront less. What you got to realize is if you're going with a personal trainer, you're gonna be paying $50 to $100 a week, and it's just for that one workout, half an hour at 45 minutes, and you maybe get a meal plan. Most of them don't include nutrition. You still have to go get supplements. You still got to go get, and you still have to do all this stuff, and you can't text them 24/7. You don't have a community of all the people who are, there's literally no way where it is cheaper, because there's something that we learned that's called like the cost of the opportunity cost. So it's like, yeah, if I can go get in shape, first off, this is how I sell everything. I'm gonna be clear, okay? If you eat chicken, broccoli, and rice and walk and quit going to fucking Wendy's, you also will lose weight. There's no
It's
fucking
just a calorie deficit. It's science. If you're in a calorie deficit, if you're taking in less than you're putting out, you will lose weight. There is no way to fight it.
Correct. And then the other argument for people is like, well, why can't I just go use MyFitnessPal and ChatGPT?
You can.
You for sure can. Why didn't you?
Yep.
That's my question, right? Like, if you want to, nobody's saying you can't, buddy. Yeah. Like, the fact is, we live in an age where information is available and cheap, but because of that, it's very difficult to find what it is
quality
you need.
Information.
And quality information in a curated one place that you can just go one place to look for all of the things you need to accomplish your goal. And that is the reason of hiring a mentor, coach, whatever.
Well, and that's one of the things I found with in-person personal training is they were paying me to not have to think.
Yes.
They would come in, do their workout. I'd give them tips and things that they could do during the week, but they were paying me to not have to think. And that's what's different about my program is, yes, it looks more expensive than a one-on-one trainer, but my goal is to teach you through the program so that when you're done with it, you don't need someone else to think for you anymore, that by the end of the program, you have enough information and enough knowledge to continue on in a sustainable lifestyle. And now you know what you're doing instead of me just telling you what to do.
Absolutely. You're teaching people how to fish, not fishing for them.
Exactly.
Because this is what we do with Obsidian too, right? It's like our goal, I think in both of our businesses, and I think how everyone should make their business, and most don't, this is why it's hard for you, by the way, is if you try to suck the life and finances out of one individual client, that can only go on so long before the imbalance of helpfulness to value, the value of that just goes down each way, right? Versus if I help someone and I get you incredible results and you pay me one time or very cheap, affordable time every month to continue with less features, but you could stop at any time and you never feel like you need to keep paying me, then you will happily pay me continuously. And that is because of your results, and the value has only increased.
Yeah.
And if I am just doing one thing, which most agencies out there do this, right? They set up one little thing, they spend $2K a month on your ads, tell you they're spending 10 and that they need 10, keep the 8 for themselves, and they're still getting people results because it's truly that easy. If you just tell more people and you have a quality product, you have a real story, you have real skills, people just need to know about you so they can pay. That's pretty much it. So that's all an agency has to do, and they come and dress it up with fancy words, and like even Obsidian, like it looks cooler than what you need, and it gives you more than you need. All you need is more people to know about you and to relate. And one other tangent, because I don't want to forget it, is what you said about burnout when it's for a different person versus yourself. And your example was in fitness, right? Where you were doing training for other people, to where to be at a gym for 8 hours and then say, okay, now I need to either get here an hour early so I'm here for 9, or stay an hour later so I can get my thing. It feels impossible, even if you're getting paid.
It sucked all the fun out of it too.
Yeah,
I was so focused on writing down my workouts for each people and, trying to keep them accountable, which, any program will fail if you don't work it.
Yes.
I mean, just like with your program, you tell me what to do and it'll work if I do it. But if I don't, it's still my own fault. So, I mean, that's the human connection there.
If you're not going to think like that, never sign up for my software ever again. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want your money. That is what is a requirement thought for success, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Thank you. But because I experienced this with video editing. One of my first, I didn't even know it was an agency because they weren't around then, but I just was a video editor. And so I had worked for there was this really rich dude in Herbalife, and he was like 2 uplines above me. And I blew up my TikTok. And at the time he kind of reached out, it was, let me back it up. I am like you too, so you might see expensive prices. There's 2 ways to go about this. Either A, do the personal development required and exposure to other people to feel like you don't have imposter syndrome. That's one way to get it started, to raise expensive prices out the gate. The easier way is to start at a low price that your brain can handle and continuously raise it as you get results for people. Or if you can't put a price at all, start for free. Give 5 people incredible results for nothing.
Yeah.
And then you know it's worth something because you can look into the results and tie it. So for video editing, I had my upline. He paid me $200 for 10 1-minute videos. Okay, and I was like, sweet, I'm gonna pay $20 a video.
Yeah.
But then when I went to go, and it would take me, he asked me how long it would take. I said, it'd probably take me 2 to 3 hours a week, or 2 hours, something. The way it worked out was he had paid to where as a guy was paying $1 a minute, okay? So I put it together, then I get paid $60 an hour as a video editor, and it was a fair price. I looked at the bottom, now with AI, I'd be cooked if all this stuff was around. You could do what I was doing for $20 now with Opus, but I ended up charging because of that. Another guy offered me, and he said, this is the work he did. I said, cool, I estimate this will take me 10 hours a week to do this full time. I'm gonna need $600 a week or $2,400 a month, and you got me, right? Which is a very reasonable price, but he was like, I remember this is a dude who has literally bragging about what you call it? Oh, sorry, I got a text message, totally ran my thoughts. He was bragging about how his wealth is indestructible and he's got 21 things, and he was like, that's a lot of money even for someone like me. And I was like, yeah. And it didn't say anything else. Now, I didn't have sales training, but that's the secret. If you have somebody that doesn't say, if they say that's a lot of money, do not start going, yeah, what is it? Just be quiet.
Don't explain your
Just
words.
shut up till they ask you a question.
Yeah.
Silence is the best friend in sales, and it was hard. But when I was doing that, I love video editing. I loved Herbalife even, and I love speaking and calls. The opportunity there was to get to 20 to 30K a month. That was the realistic path I saw myself, which for most people, it's not even realistic in that company.
Yeah.
However, I remember saying, I don't want to keep doing this because I can't see myself getting on Zoom calls all day and messaging people and posting this content every single day. And I also said the same thing with editing. Like that was when my channel was at the most hype. I had 30,000 followers and it jumped to 60 in 3 months.
Yeah.
But I was working for him. And so I had no creative juice or want to edit after the was all said and done, editing these very boring videos to me. They had no dopamine, they didn't make me feel good, I didn't feel like I was creating something, it felt like a job, right? And so we went a long way to say this, but it's important. A lot of you guys, the skills you have at your job, and this goes home service, therapist, barber, everything, all the people who have already scaled, who you can go watch their interviews as well, the things you're doing, and the reason your pay and your boss's pay are different are very simple things holding you back. Certainty. It's actually only one thing, right?
Yeah.
You're allowing your boss to make more money and work way less hours because they're willing to deal with the uncertainty, and you're willing to trust in their ability to deal with it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, we've talked about this, it's like with AI's coming, with jobs and personal like with all these creators around, when people could have somebody like you who gives them the community, is there genuinely, provides, because you guys don't even know, I already know you, you will work like a crackhead for those first 10 girls
Yeah.
until they're got six packs and think their life is perfect. And even if somebody didn't work and do any of it, I know you're the type of person to try to take that personally and then go, oh, am I a better coach? They messing up. And
Well,
that's
luckily, I burned that out of me with the personal training.
Yes,
so.
thank God. Okay, so let me get into a little bit about what they have to look forward to. Now, here's the other thing. We made it simple for you and them. Why do you think that's important for continued success?
Well, if something is too complicated, and like you know me, I'm not tech savvy,
Right.
so I needed this.
Right.
I needed you to make this come alive for me because I am not tech savvy and things like that. But what was your question?
When you are doing things like in your process to make it sustainable for you, do you think making things simpler was key to that? And how did you go about starting that? Like,
Yes, yeah. I mean, in my head, I tend to overthink things so much, like before I actually take action on something. I feel like I need to know all the things that could go wrong, all the things that could go right, and I end up overwhelming myself with so many ideas and worries that I never actually get started.
Yes.
Whereas the way you laid it out for me, it was, just do this one step. Okay, now do this one step. And it kept me from spiraling into overthinking and clamming up so bad I didn't take action.
Right.
Whereas if it's simple, well then I feel like I can do it too. No matter how much experience or information I have, the way you made it so simple made it seem doable in my head, even when I was riddled with insecurities and all of the self-doubt and stuff. The simpler you made it, the easier it was for me to be like, okay, maybe I can do this.
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, real quick, if you own a business and you want a done-for-you sales system, totally hands-off, we record once a month, build you a personal brand, qualified dream leads, then you can click out the link below and try out our free quiz at Done For You Sales, obsidian.online/quiz. You're going to be able to fill out either in the quick mode or in the 8-minute one, which we recommend if you want the best free results. You can try it out for free. You can use our proprietary AI system to write high-performing ads, content, via sales, personal branding, and you yourself, the owner, doesn't even have to be the one recording it. You can simply have an employee you're already paying, record our scripts, automate them on very cheap ads like we run, and make free videos like this to help your audience know you better than just basic ChatGPT slop. Here's our discounts, here's where we're at. We know it doesn't work anymore. You know it doesn't work anymore. So if that's you can click the link below. We hope to see you. And honestly, I think it's hilarious. I wish you guys could see. I just want to be upfront. I like to know who you're dealing with before you sign up. She's like, I'm like borderline willing to piss any of you guys off in order to make you more money. So the first day, we built this beautiful landing page. And Obsidian is so good. When you guys fill out the free quiz and go to the free program, you're able to then, if you upgrade, which she was a tester for us, so we gave her the VIP for free, and she's the homie, so cry about it if you want. We have you go through it. But then you go through something called the 7-pillar roadmap. If you're in the paid client, you can also get a couple free chapters of the book from the free program, and you'll still get a blueprint that is probably better than the last 10 courses and gurus and agencies, and tells you directly, totally free, forever. You can always pull it. I'm never gonna charge you later. I don't care, because I know that if I can make you guys money for free, then you're going to maybe, even if you don't pay me, tell another person about my channel and my free stuff. And then each person doing that gets me to the guy who does, or girl who does need to pay me so they can have their life. And we build something to where we don't need to do it all the time. I think I missed my original point with this bringing it up. However, I know that she would say we built this thing, and that's what it was. My wife read it one take, okay, before we fixed it and made it what's killer now. It'll be linked in the description. If you are a female trying to get back in the best everything of your life, you can read that. I'm not gonna tell her what it says, but my wife literally reads the first take based off of the original quiz answers and goes, wow, I got chills. I'm so excited to start. I can't wait. And I text this to Lulu. I'm like, all right, let's get it. So message 100 people, let's go. And she's like, well, there's still some things I'd like to tweak and make sure I'm ready. And I'm like, okay, I'm just letting you know that is the definition of imposter syndrome, because we don't know until people give us real feedback, and you don't get real feedback from opinions from people who would never be your client.
That's fair.
That part hurts, and because we all want to, I think in a natural world, when you're not an entrepreneur, you share what you're doing with your friends and family. It's also a mistake. I have to learn that one harder and harder with each day, but it's like when you just do things because the voice in your head says this is a good idea and will get you closer to your goal, and you don't ask permission, you don't explain yourself, you don't seek validation, it gets done 100% of the time. The opposite, in the scripture, I believe it says like the feeling you get from having told people is all the help you'll get from God. And it says if you have any doubt about something I tell you, don't even ask me. There's no point, even an ounce of doubt. So this is why imposter syndrome. There's so many I'm about to get snapped here, about to rant. There's so many people on the internet who view mindset coaching, imposter syndrome, personal development as an extra, not the requirement. And they don't understand why they're frustrated, angry, spending thousands and thousands of dollars on courses, and none of it works because you are the problem. The truth is, 100% of everything works. You guys can go outside and fucking make a giant sign that says, I sell this, do you want to know? And put your number on it. If you stood there every day, I promise you 5 people will call. Like, it's really not hard. People are like, what's the best phone? Like, it's not real. And that's partly on the client, partly on the systematic, oppression of the leadership in the world, not even say the country, the world, that makes it to where you don't think. That's why they spam you with all this dumb shit on social media, and why they pay influencers millions of dollars so that you don't pay attention and do the very simple things that they can do to make all this money. And I just think it pisses me off, because here's what I know. 6 months from now, it's not gonna be me and you, it's gonna be you and your client who's lost 100 pounds and their relationship is better and they're making money and they're doing other people, crying, saying, thank God you came up with this program, and all you were trying to do was serve your goals. If you and me do another one then, and I get a text from when I get the text saying, 30K mark, in my thing, right? I'll know, thank God I went through all those times I wanted to quit, all those times where it got really difficult. Once you make it, it doesn't seem like it was long enough.
Oh, and I mean, that's the same with my fitness journey. Like I said, I've gone up and down so many times and never found something that was sustainable for me. And now that I have, I look back and I go, why did I make it so hard? Yes. It was so easy once I figured it out, but it took all of those times of messing up to figure it out. But man, if someone would have just been like, hey, this is what you need to do, and this will be the goal, and this is the end result, and I would have just believed them, I could have been here years ago.
Yes, absolutely. That's how I felt. I just learned everything I've learned about credit and debt and leverage and systems and seller finance and negotiation and sales It's like, dude, if somebody just told me 7 years ago I'd have been rich since I was 23, bro, what the hell? Could have been like the rest of the scammers, right? Like, I don't know. I would have been scamming then. I wouldn't have known shit. But like, the cool part is in Herbalife, I love that founder. I always talk about this. He would have this expression that just stuck out to me as a kid. I guess I was a kid, but he was like, if it takes you 17 years to get to the president's team, is it really so bad?
As long as you get there.
If you get there and you have that frame of, I'm just going to do the things that person would do every day before I have the proof, before I have the result, I'm going to think like them. When I see something that seems like a problem to me, would it be a problem to that person? No. So let me act like they would. This is the true, fuck all the portals, moon, water bullshit of manifestation. That is actually how you assume the identity of who you want to be, because nothing changes. I just said this to my friend last night. The version of me 2.5 years ago that said I want to be a life coach because I believe personal development is actually what the problem of America is, after getting to the top of the multi-level marketing, and I think anybody who's actually accomplished anything, please give your credentials and comment below. All of us who are actually successful past 30 to 50K a month in profit, not just revenue, profit, know what you think is the only thing that changed to get there. Absolutely. Because the skill hasn't changed. I am still teaching businesses how to think better, make better decisions, delegate non-needle moving tasks, outsource, and get more attention. Yeah. I have iterated that process at least 300. If you've been following me this whole time, my bio has changed at least 400 times in the last year. And I used to think that was a mistake. I had so many people tell me, dude, just stick to one thing, one offer. And that's really the truth. Sure. To be honest with you, until I did it, that's when I separated to the money, and we hit our 30K month and then a 70K month right after. And that's $100,000 in 60 days. Yeah. That broke something in my brain that I no longer felt the rat race to achieve more and more and more, because I recognized after a certain level of income, it's actually not difficult. That's why they say it's harder to get to your first 100K than to go from 100 to a million. Yeah. Because once you're above and put 100K in a short period of time, to turn that 10 times more is very not hard. And so I think I'm trying to think what's the most important thing, because I want to make sure we get everything we need. If you could go back to you 3 months ago, and you feel like you've been locked in, or you were going through some turbulence back then?
No, I wouldn't say turbulence, just I was definitely going through a little bit of an identity crisis, I would say. Like, I have skills, I didn't know how to monetize any of them, so I felt purposeless. Yes. When I realized, no, I do have purpose and I do have skills. I just didn't think any of them were worth anything. You know, I went to school, I thought I was gonna be a singer. I moved to California, ended up deciding to quit that because I knew that what I really wanted was to be with my husband and that he would give me the life that I wanted, and he absolutely has. So that was the best decision, but giving up music, which was my passion for so many years, kind of left me feeling like, what do I do now? Yeah. What can I do now? Do I want a job? Hell no. No. Luckily, my husband has created a life for us where I don't have to work. I get to stay home, and even now that my child's in school, I still get to be a stay-at-home wife. So that's the thing, is I don't need to monetize anything. I want to, because now that I have figured it out for me and realized how much better I feel mentally as well as physically, spiritually, sensually, all of that, I realized, well, it would be wrong of me to keep it to myself.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Dude, I almost got a little emotional there, because and this is a synchronicity, but we have such a similar life, because I recently, you guys don't know this or you do know this, like, I just turned down a huge record deal, like life-changing money, ridiculous things. All of you would have already known me by now if I did that. Yeah. But I also was offered, it was the second one I turned down. So it was the same thing that you're experiencing, is like, when my first child, I had him when I was 21, when my wife and I were 21, we split up after a year, and I was single, and I got a call from Atlantic Records to move to Atlanta, and the dude was just off my music, and it wasn't off a connection. He just heard my music and demanded, and the way he talked to me was like, dude, you have it. Like, you got the voice, you picked the right beats. And I was like, I didn't know picking the right beats was anything to be proud of. I thought, I didn't make that shit. I didn't know you could be a good beat picker. He's like, dude, no, for real. Some people got good bars, they just pick the wrong beats all the time, so it doesn't sound good. And I was like, cool, bet. I didn't know. But I'll never forget I had this flash. And maybe this is something you experienced too back then when you made that choice between music and our homie. I was about to drop names. But I had a vision of me being in a nightclub at 3 a.m. like a rapper, you know, chains, throwing money, large BBLs, smacking them, right? And I thought, my son will wake up the next day and say, where's dad?
It's funny because I had a similar thought when I decided to quit the group I was with in California. I realized I don't want to be famous. I would hate to be walking down the street and have people asking for my autograph or cameras following my kid around.
Children can't go to school.
Yes, and I looked at that dream that I had had for so long and realized it wasn't my dream anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I still do music. I still play guitar and ukulele and sing with my kid, and we make up stupid songs all the time. We have fun. I play
and with the internet,
weddings
if you
and stuff.
wanted to stop music tomorrow, it's as simple as going to a studio. I mean, shit, there's probably AI stuff now so good. You could sing it to an iPhone and it'll sound better than everything you ever did back in the day, right? Like, and this is what I've thought of too. That's why I turned down the deals, because that deal would have directly put my family at risk. It is a very hard thing too, because I am like you and I feel obligated. I have systematically chosen the hardest fucking path in life consistently. And I'm totally capable of doing the very simple things that other people feel impressed about, right? Like, I don't know if you have a regular business like home service, painting, anything normal, you're fucking tripping. Your life is not hard. I was selling thin air for $500 an hour, selling it like hotcakes. So I know that through going through those things, though, I am not allowed to do anything else. I have tried and thought about it, but then those things are just me escaping the path that I asked for it originally. And I think sometimes we get frustrated with God when we ask for something. One, I don't think that's the right move. You should thank him for what you want as if he's already have it, because you should know that he knew it before you even knew he wanted it.
Yeah.
And he already set you up for it. He set me way up to be the guy who I am today through this last 7 years, even though the whole time I felt like a failure and like I was 1 week away from making it, being able to say all the things we said today. And then you get there and you're like, how did I get here? What the fuck? And I don't know if you feel like dropping the age right now.
Sure.
How old are you?
I'm 39.
Now I know some of you little horn dogs is about to close your mouth, right? Look, I'm telling you, like, it's crazy to me. It's like, it's not that you're old at all, you're not.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But you're at the age where 5 years before that, even 10 years, like my age people, I'm 30, like they already think they're done. They have already died, in my opinion.
Yeah.
People die twice. The first time is when you give up. The second time is when your body quits.
Sure.
Right? And your mind dies first, and if you let your mind die, there's nothing that can save you. And then you start ruining your relationships, you start ruining your everything, because you're looking for external things to fix an internal problem.
Yes.
And that is where it's unacceptable, and that's where I have felt when I was trying to fix the external problem of people don't think mindset's their problem. I need money. I have 3 children. I'm saying I know what I'm right. It felt like I should do something different to solve that. But what I needed to do was solve what I thought about myself. I needed to speak to more wealthier people or become a better system to where I could help people like you and others that are just starting out. And that's what we created with the free YouTube videos, with the book for $5, the Obsidian free tour. You really never have to pay me more than $5 and you could make 6 figures all day, 100% guaranteed. If you truly buy my book and feel like I didn't give you everything, I will send the fucking $4 back. I promise you. I promise you.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we will. And so because I can do that, I feel good, because I think some people try to help before you cannot help other people before you've helped yourself.
Can't pour from an empty cup.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, you're not helpful to anybody else, even in spirit. Yeah, you can be, but what's more helpful? And then you said something earlier that I also want to address. People commonly will come to my videos or videos like this. They'll start with, this isn't real. That guy, somebody goes, no matter how much you know me, I can come show you my fucking bank accounts if you want. You won't believe me. Even no matter how successful you get, they know you. Still think we're both lying, right? It's just gonna happen. But when you realize that that's going to happen either way, and then you realize if I stop that, I'm going to miss the people who it does matter for. That's what I do to keep me going. That's how I keep moving forward with everything, because people like you, people like Han, Denise, my client, just texted me. She got her second house in North Carolina and Florida so she can visit her family.
That's awesome. Yeah.
The GOAT. Name one. Okay, so I think we got most everything people need to know. Let them know, so I can do it for you if you want, or we can talk about it. What is kind of the flow to start working with you? Should they start for free with your Instagram tips or the stuff we got coming out? Or?
Yeah, they absolutely can. On my Instagram and on my TikTok, I have started making videos with just tips that are actual things from my program, things that have helped me in the last year and a half. And they won't all be fitness, because my program deals with more than just the body. It's the body, the mind, and the spirit.
Yeah, what are the 4 pillars? Like, well, give me a little, you don't have to tell us the whole thing, but just a brief overview of what all, I'm getting if I'm good at it.
Well, like a normal personal trainer, I will take what you have available to you first. If you have a gym membership, if you don't, if you have equipment at home, if you don't, I'm going to build a workout program for you. I do it in 4-week blocks. You're going to do the same exercises for 4 weeks, and then you'll move on to a new program for the next month. I'll also help you build a meal plan based around not only the types of foods that you like, but also your budget on your groceries. And that's our main pillar. That's the fitness and your body pillar. Next one is going to be going into your mind. That one is something that I had to deal with, and I have dealt with my whole life. I am your classic Leo. We've talked about this before. I have way too much confidence and courage, and yet still riddled with insecurities. Except I just hide them really well.
Right. So I have no idea what Leo meant.
You will know. Well, it's my astrological sign. Not that I believe in any of that, but man, are they accurate.
A street cred.
Yeah. So the next part of it, is going over mind, and that's can be things like breath work and meditation. Whether you want to meditate on God or whether you want to just meditate on nothing and be one with yourself and just being present in the moment. A lot of that helped with my anxieties. After having a kid, I had really bad postpartum depression, and it racked me because before that, I never worried about anything. I was such an easygoing, just laid back person that when that started, it made me afraid of who I was and who I was becoming, because it was just taking over my life. I would just have a thought driving down the road. Okay, I'll tell you a quick story. One time I was driving down the road, my kid was in the back seat, I'm driving over an overpass. I have the same intrusive thoughts everyone has. Oh man, what if I just drove the car over the side? But then I started thinking, man, what if my car did go off? Okay, what if we landed in the water? It was winter when I had this thought. Well, what if we land in water, how's my kid gonna get out? Well, if I'm hurt, how is she gonna get out on her own? Or how am I gonna get her out? If she gets out, is she gonna know to go to a house and ask for help before she freezes to death?
You're just driving.
Yes, I'm just driving. She has no clue this is going on in my head, and I am spiraling. I'm on my way to a chiropractor appointment. I walk in, my chiropractor instantly sees there's something wrong with me, and she's like, what's happening? So I tell her everything I just thought, and she's like, let me adjust you because I can help relieve some of that anxiety for you. And I was like, okay, sure, go for it. She lays me down, she adjusts some points in my collarbones and in my chest, and within seconds, I can't even stop it. I just start bawling.
Wow.
She had released something in me that I didn't even realize I was holding on to, and I instantly start crying. And then she's like, do you want a hug? And I said, yes. And that compression just brought me back into my body and out of my head, and I was like, holy crap, I have anxiety issues.
Wow.
And none of that, I had never had any of that before my kid. So my program has a big center on our mind and our anxieties and the chemicals it dumps into our body and how to fight those with really, really simple, easy things that I've learned.
And that's huge.
It's
Jesus.
huge.
We need to give, you guys can't hear, we give her a clap for doing it too, right? But the thing is man, that gave me chills just thinking about it, because it's so hard when you did not ever identify with anxiety or anything of traumatic. And that's not to say that your life was easy. I can hear the people who I grew up with a very rough life, and even though I say that, there's at least millions more people that had an actually rough life. And we all can do that, we can all say that, but that doesn't mean ignore what your body is doing. And sometimes when you think that way, you do ignore it. And then the physical reaction literally has to happen because it manifests out of emotions. It's crazy. There's a good book on this called The Body Keeps the Score. And I released a bunch. I think I lost a lot of weight because I had a guy tell me, you are holding on weight and wanting to be big because you're trying to protect yourself.
Yeah.
And I did some deeper processing on some things I went through as a child, and I was like, dude, that's totally right. And I was able to be like, oh, I do like wanting to be the biggest dude in the room. I'm already fucking huge. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense, right? But now, I give a shit. I walk around skinny mini, and I'm still 264, 6'2". So, it's natural. But the long story short, I think this has been a good video. I think a lot of people are I hope and I know both business owners and women. I think we missed a pillar.
Oh yeah, no, that's okay. So we went through the physical and the mental side, and then my other pillars are spirituality, and that can be secular or if you believe in God. I'm a believer. Not everyone is, and that's totally okay. I've got a program for both. One is a Bible study that talks about, as women, not only what God's purpose for our life is, but just the way he said, and it's not all like, okay, this is, the Proverbs 31 woman, that's a really hard thing to live up to. We've got all of these guidelines and things, and we're all going to fail.
Right.
But it's more about what God wants for our life.
Isn't that
not
the
just our
point,
purpose.
right? Like on a deeper point.
It is.
None of us will actually live up to what the word says to do. You would be Jesus if you could.
Exactly.
Right?
So our best goal is just to try. So I've got a Bible study, and then as well as mindful practices that kind of tie into the mental side of it as well. Grounding, breath work, like I said, meditation, things like that, to help you be present in your body. Because when you're present in your body, you can feel things that are going on and you're more attuned to it. So then you can see easily what you need to change.
Sure.
And then the last pillar is, you can call it sensuality or sexuality. It's all women want to be sexy, we want to feel sexy, and to do that, it's not just our physical, but that helps. But our mind can make us feel sexy, and our spirituality can make us feel sexy. But it also kind of goes into things you can talk about with your spouse, whether that's just helping you guys with communication, or a lot of women love smut romance books.
I was about to call this out if she didn't.
Because it gives us these feelings that we can't seem to find in real life. Because no actual man, I love my husband, and half of these books feel like they're written about him, but even he is not perfect. So I had to figure out what I was reading and what it was making me feel, and how I could translate that into real life, so I could tell my husband, okay, this is the feeling I'm getting from this. I don't want you to do this action, I just want you to make me feel this way. And so it goes over communication, maybe how to spice things up in your marriage.
Dude, this is huge.
It's awesome.
I should have talked about this more because this is important. But I'm gonna give a message to the dudes out there, okay?
Read smut books.
You don't gotta read, but nigga, listen. Just listen. I'm telling you, the shit you're giving yourself imposter syndrome about is not hard, and you would prefer to do it also. The shit you think she don't want you to do, she does, bro. I'm telling you, they're reading it in broad daylight. You just gotta do it right. Correct. And with communication, what you said, don't be crazy. I'm not getting anybody suing me because they assaulted a woman after watching
You know what?
this
My
video,
best advice is, if you see your wife reading and you notice she's starting to breathe heavy, go look at what page she's on, and when she puts that book down later, go back and read it.
Free game. Free game.
Free game. Go read. Go see what your wife is reading.
And
see
bro,
what she's into.
drop the pride, and as probably what you just said too, is that both parties need to have space and safety. And as a man, right, if you guys need to lock in with your mindset, the book is going to help you. Everything I put on this thing is going to help you be a better husband, father, whatever. I'm not saying I'm perfect at all. This is just the very same conversations, everything you've gone through. My wife and I are just like 9 years back behind them, and it's all real things that people don't talk about enough. And I think that's actually a good last segment here, is that there's also, as good as this is, as cool as easy as business, a couple things. For her side, from us on Obsidian, we were able to build her a custom tool that goes both to her clients and her to completely see all of her leads in one place, score them based on their quiz, give them personalized feedback, meal plans, everything. Not that you couldn't, you totally know, and that's where she's able to filter it just to fine tune on the onboarding. But this thing, I genuinely believe if you just had a six-pack and you didn't even know any of that stuff, you could be a very efficient, full, customizable nutrition. I'm not gonna say nutritionist, but it's based off of nutritionist learning. So it goes over, like you said, what type of meal plan do you want to do? Low carb, Mediterranean style. What's your budget? And it gives you shopping, everything. And so you're able to update it week to week with Lulu, who's got all the experience in real world. And so you have using AI plus yourself is what is creating something super leveraged, right? And it's not that we're trying to build things to replace human beings, because human connection is all that's left. I think if anything, this is the best time to have a personal brand, to have a AI assisted business, because that's where the world's going anyway. And if you don't want to get left behind under the breadcrumbs and have to listen to people like us who do, you might as well just adopt faster. That is how Netflix took out Blockbuster and Family Video.
Yeah.
I never forget that every time. You know, if you think some of this stuff isn't going to change quickly, remember Family Video and the last time you went there, and then that should answer all your questions, you know?
Well, in your program with Obsidian, I had all of these things in my head, and this isn't a service you offer, but I didn't even know what I had could be a business, let alone start thinking about building it. But the minute I realized that, this is something that people could use, if I had tried to do everything that you did on my own, it would have taken me, I am not tech savvy.
Yeah.
I was in college when Facebook came out. I got a Facebook immediately. Otherwise, I'm still trying to figure out TikTok. I'm 39 years old. This stuff was made for 15-year-olds, okay? But for me, it's difficult. But for me to build a website, that would have taken me months. I wouldn't have even known where to start. And not only did you build me a website, but you built this back end that would allow me to tweak anything and everything and adjust things to each specific customer. And you just created this entire system for me to use that makes everything so easy for me. I would have been, if I had tried to do this on my own, I would have been sending a bunch of emails or texts, and
still working on your Canva PDF.
Yes,
plan.
and I don't know how to use Canva, so that would have taken years too. I would have had to learn all of these individual programs just to be able to build what you did for me in 4 times together, 4 days.
Yeah, clicks on my end, right? I'm pushing buttons and being fully transparent. And what's cool is we not only just built that, it sounds nuts, but this is only available to the Architect Council and the VIP, the core members. Not even. So we wanted to test Lulu and give her everything, and we have a partnership. So this is why she's getting the works. If you guys want to, she also gets absolutely 100% of all of her content written for her, based not just on what she knows and everything, but it's on what our experience, my AI, me, on copywriting, messaging, what you normally pay gurus and mentors $10,000 to $30,000 in full to tell you what to do, and then you got to sort through it. I paid a kid $8,000, and I would pay him 1,000 times, JP, if you're watching this. If I didn't pay him, I would have never known, right? And I paid him $8,000, and I just got Google documents that explain the way that we do this, all automated and instant. And so what it allows you to do is also on the client portal, she's able to track her daily KPIs across more than just ads and content and business. But what this allows for you to do is look at one place in your phone and work your entire business from one single place. Now, me as a person with ADHD and has been doing this, there's so many tools, there's so many things connected to the back end of Obsidian that allows you to do all this stuff easily. If you had to do what I've been doing to go through to build it all, nobody would. And the sad part is people, you should be spending time on the only thing that does matter, which is sales. Talking to new people. Okay, this is the end. We did have another 10-15 minutes of content with Lulu to shoot, but unfortunately our camera equipment died and we kind of were on the fly shooting it, because it is simple. Again, we shot this interview with the same phone that you're probably watching this video on. It does not take all the fancy things you think to build a brand, to have a business, and to monetize the skills that a lot of invisible experts just like Lulu, or maybe yourself watching it, or maybe large, mid-sized, and big companies who know that you're going to get taken out by these smaller brands, or you've already experienced the pain of having a small brand that has a higher consistency level and demand market on social media. It's just kind of where the customers are, right? Times have changed. AI is taking out more jobs and industries than we know what to do with. And we want to help you avoid that and be one of the companies that adopt these new things and make yourself a standout, so you're no longer just a commodity in your business, but you are a brand with a story that people want to support and love behind. So thanks for watching this video. Again, all the links we discussed are below. Subscribe. It helps us get to more people who can help and get value from the free stuff. We have the book for free again, or for $5 that you book. Free program. You guys got it. Love you. Peace. See you next time.